everybody, and welcome to Stonehearth dev stream number 229, Bonehead, a new goblin hat. And, as you've probably guessed, it is once again not Stephanie, but Allie and Richard.
Hello! Hey!
Yay! So, Richard was about to tell me a story about how his cat kept him up for 100 years.
I mean, it's mostly just, we have two cats. One cat is a Mancoon. It's like 6 years old.
I forgot to pop out the chat. Let me take care of that.
The other cat is about a 9 months old short hair. And our 9-month-old short hair really loves to play, and our Mancoon does not love to play. So every night at about 4 a.m., it's a Neanderdome. 2 cats enter, 1.35 cats leave. Yeah.
Neanderdome.
It kept me up.
I am so sorry.
Yeah, it's just one of those things, right? We're moving into a new place soon. We checked out our townhouse today, so it looks awesome. And once there's more space, hopefully they will go have a Neanderdome in a different room.
They will have Neanderdome, especially where you don't want them to have Neanderdome, because they can tell.
Yeah, no,
they can tell that that's what you want of them. See, my cats just lay on me and yell at me if I try to get up. They do, and they're huge.
Yeah, the 9-month-old, his name's Sans, after Undertale. He loves to walk right across me at 6 a.m. every morning. It's great. I really appreciate it, 100%.
Amazing. Yeah. And yeah, as Mally is asking, I guess you have a giant cat and a giant dog.
Yes. Well, the Mancoon is a mix, so she's not actually super big. She's kind of floofy. The short hair Sans, he's very fat. he was a stray that we rescued, so he basically eats all the food all the time. So
he needs it. You don't understand.
Yeah, he's like 13 pounds though. He's
oh, that's like my Sophie. She's a big old lump. All right, yes, we've kicked off tonight's stream by talking a lot about cats. I hope you liked that. It's the internet, people. Cats are relevant to everything. So happy it's not Wednesday. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Tuesday. And we are picking off where we left off from the last time we had a surprise art stream instead of the usual Stephanie program, with our little desert goblin here, and we were talking about how so we were talking last week about like starting to bring in alterations to our existing critters in our forest biome to make them a little bit more appropriate for the desert, make the desert feel a bit more like whole unto itself and kind of complete that fantasy of being there. So I've got some examples here of some of the slightly more extensive fixes. For example, turning the Poyo into the cube quail and the regular red fox into the fennec. Now, the changes to the model are very minor. They'll still be using the same rigs as these guys back here. But originally, so of course we have not only critters but monsters and our favorite bad guys roaming around the desert as well. And originally we were just going to swap out the colors on those guys, you know, pick new skin color, pick new hair color, and so on. But as you can kind of see, the differences are a little bit subtle on this dude. That obviously got away from us. The desert goblin not only sports a fresher shade of lime peel to forest booger, but whiter teeth and bigger ears. We're going to continue with this kind of theme when we get onto the ice biome as well. In the far, far, far off future, we're not working on that yet, so not to get anyone super excited just yet. Sorry if I like accidentally clock you while I'm flailing.
Oh, it's okay. I probably deserve it.
You may clock me back, by the way, because I forget that I have arms and that they do not, in fact, just harmlessly pass through things around me. See, yeah, there it is.
Yeah, there you go.
Amazing. Yeah. I do it. I'm sorry. It's who I am. Anyway, so not to get anybody like too way excited, we're not working on the ice biome at the moment. In fact, we are very, very, very deeply steeped in desert things.
Yeah, we are the opposite of working on the ice biome. But yeah, when we're...
The desert is the opposite of the glacier.
But yeah, anytime you're approaching problems like this, and you're creating a mental model for how things should work, it's good to test it out for what you may want to do in the future.
Yeah, so...
speaking of which, though, so coming back into the stream, I think this shade looks pretty awesome. Have we tested to see how it looks?
Not yet, actually. I have not dropped this little dude into the desert just yet. I've been like drawing lots of little things, so that has not been tested just yet. But yeah, actually, like coming back to this and looking at him again, because it's been a while, I really rather like the color.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that this kind of ochre under here may be a bit too stark once it's in the game. Again, when you go from Cubicle into Stonehearth, things tend to wind up a bit pinker than you'd expect. And things, if you're not careful, it'll get pretty strange.
Well, if the Goblin turns pink, I don't think that's really that much of a problem.
No, but it might actually neutralize some of the green and make him kind of muddy. So he may need some tweaks. Hopefully, only very minor. His pants might turn kind of pink.
I like the chip, by the way. Little chip in the pants.
Oh, I forgot about his pants chip. Oh, looky there.
Yeah.
He's got a hard life in the desert.
Should we remove the little the brown cube behind it so it's actually like a hole through?
No,
work?
I think that would like clip into his little undershorts there. So this is a flap that goes in front of his.
It's not a okay, yeah.
Yeah, he would have had to have done something extra special for that little hole to clip all the way through his body, and probably have a story to go with it. So yeah, we kind of decided that we would go with this theme of like doing the lighter lime peel for the desert goblins, and then eventually like a darker teal for our ice biome goblins. But anyway, what
color tattoos do we decide that we might explore for the desert?
I don't remember.
Did we talk teal?
We talked teal. I think we have.
Did we talk blue, purple?
Are we here?
I think it was purple or teal.
It was something along those lines. I'm sure we have a little mock-up in here.
Because we got the teal for the normal ones.
Ah, yes. So we had like a dark teal, and I do think that this is when he was like the really dark yellow.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were thinking like a richer teal or perhaps a purple. So yeah, that's not a bad way. We're gonna leave this open anyway because we're gonna need to mess with them. So anyway, the reason why we're coming back to here is obviously we're not just doing a palette swap on these guys after all. And while we're at it, why don't we try and give this fella a cool skull hat? Because he's in the desert, and that would be amazing. Back here we have the standard issue forest studded leather cap. Or maybe that's an iron cap. I think it's a leather cap.
I go with leather.
I forgot about that. Oh dear, don't look at that. It's very fashionable, very appropriate for the forest folk.
Studded leather, I think.
We're gonna attempt to go with a variation that's a little bit more forest themed.
So when you say bone hat and skull hat, are you thinking like cubone, like its actual skull, or are you thinking like more of like made from a rodent or something where you've got a smaller skull on the front and like a little rib cage to make the head?
I would think that we would want something that covers the top of his head.
Okay, so you're thinking like elk skull or elephant skull or something like that?
Maybe not that terrifying, but like just some kind of like a big ominous skull type thing, or maybe a smaller skull would be funnier. I mean, it's a goblin.
Yeah, it's a matter of, is the skull the helmet, or is it going to be bones and the skull is a focus point on a bone helmet?
That's a very good question. Let's paint and find out.
Okay.
Let's see, I need to actually test these things out. Originally we were just gonna like change the colors of the hello friend. Varanus helm, exactly. Things that you find in the but then a Varanus helm, like they don't really, I mean, if they do have a skull, we've never seen it. Very scary. It's like an ominous thing.
Were you the one I was having the conversation with about the unsustainability of the cubone helmets?
No. Well, what? No?
No? Okay. Well, so, I mean...
do share?
So, cubones, right? Like, in the lore of Pokemon, as I understand it, the skull helmet that they wear is the skull of the mother of the cubone.
Yes.
Right?
I think so.
So,
why is it pencil mode?
From a practical perspective, that's not sustainable for the population, right? Because presumably you have a mother and a father. Presumably. I mean, no one knows how Pokemon like reproduce, right? Like they just
eggs.
Go in a room and then they pop out and then there's an egg and no one knows.
The short answer
where the
is
egg comes
eggs.
from. Right. But then so that means if you had siblings, right, like neither of them could have not both of them couldn't have the helmet unless they share or have like
oh, Zilla, exactly. I mean, keep talking. Yes, Zilla.
So yeah, over time, like if all cubones wore that helmet, then the population would have to decrease in size to make it sustainable for everyone to have that helmet.
Huh. Yeah. but if because I don't know, because like the whole thing with the whole Cubone lore is that it's an orphaned Pokemon, so every yeah, it's the lonely Pokemon. They're all like crying because they're super sad because their mom died. So every Cubone is like a sad orphan. You don't really have like clans of Cubones. Otherwise, you would assume that they're just like weird little Charmander dinosaur type dudes who like wearing bones for hats.
The Cubones though aren't like another Pokemon that was orphaned, right? They're their own species of Pokemon. Right?
Well, there is that fantastic theory about how it's a Kangaskhan baby.
Oh, I haven't heard the theory.
Yeah.
But maybe that would explain it then.
That's a sad theory. This is sad. This is getting super sad. Hello!
Oh, hi!
Perfect.
Yes, that is great.
This is exactly where we want to be. I mean, it captures the feeling of like that desert, I don't know what. But 8-Bit Crab, I believe, mentioned the Zilla, so that's where we're going.
Okay.
To refresh everybody's memory, Zilla is a new monster, if you haven't seen this already. Zilla is a new monster that is not in the game yet, that we are hoping to put in the game very soon-ish. We will see. No, not public. Wait, baby pup? You know what, we're going to desktop. And it is like, it's basically supposed to be like the desert's Varanus. It's their big scaly beastie, and it's all covered in like lava and crazy looking. Its paint job is not entirely done. I want to do a pass on this to clean it up a bit, but we worked on this like a bunch of art streams ago.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it's got the big old clampy jaw.
Yeah. Oh, if you've got the big old clampy jaw, what you could do is, I don't know what the scale is. Yeah, but the jaw, since it looks like it's almost split, it could come down the sides.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see what happens.
So it's like it's peering out of an open mouth.
Yeah. So we're gonna. Oh, hi. That's not what I was expecting at all. Woo. So yeah. So what you're saying is like actually like doing like this.
Yeah. Don't connect the middle, right? But yeah, it's like the jaws come down the side.
Oh no. Hi. How would that work though? Because he's got to be able to like move his. I mean, it would still be on the top of his head. He'd be moving his jaw underneath it. You just wouldn't see him do his normal goblin-y like.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the Spartan helms, right? There's the brace that comes down the side. So
yeah, and our we have a lot of knight helms and footman helms that do this already. Yeah. So yeah, why not?
See
Man, the desert goblin just got super rad. But yeah, that is kind of aside from the whole lava thing, that's like Zilla's emphasis is on that big powerful jaw. So
yeah, so if we lost that, I think we wouldn't really convey it was a Zilla helm as much.
Well, maybe not as much. But if you saw like a four-eyed dinosaur on skull on a goblin, you could probably figure out it's not a Varanus, unless we missed something. While
you are sketching, I will tell you a theory about skulls and Greek society.
Zilla wasn't even here for the...
hang
on. Totaler is asking, what are we working on now? So, Totaler, the last time we did a surprise art stream on Tuesday night, we worked on a color palette and slight model variations for the Goblin model to make him a desert goblin. And right now, we are going to try and give him a more appropriate type of helmet, befitting a desert goblin in the form of a Zilla skull. We're going to see how this works. Anyway...
So, there is a historical theory that I don't know how much of it is believed now, but it's a neat theory and I like it, so I like retelling it. So in Grecian mythology, you have Cyclops, right? Cyclops, a giant, gray-skinned, single-eyed creature, frequently in earlier stuff represented with like large tusks at the same time. There is a theory that the origin point of that story actually comes from people finding the dried skulls of elephants. Because I don't know if you've seen elephant skulls, but their nasal passage on the skull is open in the center. Whoa. And so without ever having seen an elephant, the theory is that people saw that skull structure and thought it just had a single large eye in the center.
Oh, you're right! Oh, man, I'm super scared now. Oh, man.
Yeah, you can just pull that over.
I don't know if I want to. It's terrifying. Oh, I'm doing it.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's just it's an elephant skull.
Hi.
Right.
So yeah, that I get it now.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's a theory that that's where the myth of Cyclops came from, is people finding that skull before they had ever understood what an elephant was.
That's amazing. I had never heard that before. Oh, that's so scary. Man, that is nightmare fuel. Straight up. Like, I've never seen an elephant skull without tusks before, and it just... I'm very bothered.
Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog precursor. Oh, yeah.
Alrighty. Yeah. Zilla...
Yeah, that's good. It's gonna make his head look really big with that, with the cap raised up that high.
It's probably... Well, remember, this is just a doodle.
Yeah, no,
also,
it's just a doodle.
I mean,
I'm the peanut gallery.
You're fine. No, please. Gallery away. No, we don't want to give him too big of a bobblehead, though. Again, it's a goblin. This is kind of what they're here for. Wow. Can we get all 4 of his eyes on there? So, Zilla's multiple eyes
Can you bring up the Zilla again?
Yeah, Zilla's multiple eyes are kind of a love letter to Crocomire from Metroid. Mm-hmm. Which is a big lava thing with like a ton of eyes. Mm-hmm. And if I think back to the moments of video game history when I was a wee bean playing with my sister and the kids down the street, that first time you beat that guy and you're like, I did it, and then he comes around the other side of the screen and he's all like made of bones and stuff, and you're just like screaming. So that always stuck with me.
Random idea. Can you go back to the Goblin? I don't think this is going to work, but I'm going to suggest it.
You may.
What if the helm... No, this isn't going to work.
Go for it.
What if the helm was tilted down so that the eyes of the goblin are actually peering out the nostrils? I don't think that's going to work, though.
Well, But the thing is like, the voxels would be so dense.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to work at the scale that
you might not see it. Though, what you might wind up seeing is basically like a Zilla bonehead on the goblin. Actually, let's give that a try. I'm going to do this because the thing that bothers me about this arrangement is that it's going to get really busy when the goblin opens his mouth. But it would also be really funny if you had like a Cubone Zilla head and then like the goblin's mouth like flapping underneath it.
Yeah, I think if the like side tusk, the jawbone doesn't work and is too busy, then like tilting the helm down a bit so it looks bigger, but then losing that may be an alternative that could work.
Oh, did I draw all that on the same layer? Tell me I did not. No, okay, so there's our Cyclops. There we go, I found you.
Cyclops, I like it.
Well, he's got problems.
Yeah, I do like the full bone armor idea if we want armored desert goblins later.
Yeah, there's not a lot of body on the goblin, but you'd see it on the hands at the very least.
It can be like
Though the ogres have plenty of real estate, that would actually be a good opportunity for more stuff there.
Yeah, like the I'm thinking the bone armor from I think the Necromancer in Diablo 2, or I don't know if you played Legacy of Kain way back in the day, but he had a bone armor that looked pretty awesome.
No, you know what?
I will just continue to make old video game references.
This is fine. You might stumble across one I know. Alrighty. So he's got big old ears, and that is gonna give us some grief.
Snowman is asking who we are.
Who are we?
That's a deep question.
Who are any of us?
So my name's Richard. I am the new addition to the team. I'm the lead designer on Stonehearth.
And I'm Allie. I am the art lead on Stonehearth. Hi.
Hi.
Sorry. I suppose we're going to have to, because I don't guess we have exactly the same group of people that tune in for Tuesday night. So please, if you are ever confused and concerned about who these two weirdos that are not Stephanie are, we will be happy to introduce ourselves again. Yeah, I'm thinking his ears are going to get in our way. Yeah, I think they're getting in the way.
I kind of like, even though it's a much...
the ears are going to get in the way.
Even though it's a much bulkier approach, I kind of like the first approach we're doing there on the left.
And again, it may not necessarily be this big, is the thing.
Yeah.
Though it is really funny. I'm a dinosaur.
I don't think it's bad if it looks imposing, right?
I mean, he's got to look the part.
Yeah.
It's important. He must be mighty if he's wearing a Zilla skull, or else he just scavenged it off of a dead Zilla, which is more likely. He probably tells all of his goblin friends that he bested the Zilla and now wears it as a hat.
Instead, he actually just like picked it up off the ground.
Yeah, he's like, ooh, me wear this. Me look rad. Alright, so we're gonna start getting into the danger of... That looks really funny. Let's see if that's terrible or not.
I think it could work. Regarding having like the lower helmet having the eyes stick out the ear holes, I think we'll get kind of a weird scale on the helmet.
Yeah.
If we make it pull it down enough and make the eye holes big enough for that. So much so we probably lose the goblin.
Yeah, and that's at that point it's not worth it.
We're already probably going to be playing with the scale here a bit to make it work as a helmet.
Yeah. There's always... I'm sorry, I was sitting on my foot and it got very uncomfortable. No more of that. Alright, and then there's always the option of just like straight up doing like a top of the head thing.
Mm-hmm. Like a little baseball cap.
A little baseball cap, keep the sun out of your eyes.
That's a little too cute as you're sketching this.
But goblins are very cute.
Yeah, but I don't know. I kind of like the
I do think that the jaw is an impressive addition.
The derpy the derpy intensity of the one on the left.
It's just like, it's so fierce, but it's a goblin.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Zilla skulls. Hey, how many Zillas are there in the desert? And maybe not all of them have a Zilla hat. Maybe some of them just have like a rat hat. Which is just literally a rat on their head.
Maybe the goblin is the Zilla's natural predator.
That would be the funniest thing I've ever heard of. Yeah. Concept art sketching. Oh, the places you will go. We're gonna try a wee tiny skull while we're at it. I played hard mode and got wrecked, says Snowman Melt. Yeah. Sorry. It's not easy. I am definitely on like every layer ever. So let's consolidate that. So like a wee hat. Doop.
Mickle Burbank. Yes. Yes. In that case, it's more like a little rat skull, right?
I really like this.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Nar.
Yeah. I like it. Mickle Burbank, to answer your question, I think actually, what is the answer to that question? Do you know?
Wait. Where's the question?
Right there.
Guys, any idea when the next alpha update will be pushed to Steam latest branch? Next alpha update will be pushed to Steam latest branch. We're going to unstable when? Well,
our original plan was to go last week, but we did that offsite, so that pushed it back a bit.
Yeah, so that
I think it's going
this week?
I think so.
Should be this week.
I'm not the best person to ask about this because I'm still learning the processes on the team, but yeah.
But yeah, I believe we're messing with the schedule on that to accommodate a few features, making sure they're ship shape for everybody. But I think this week. I don't know. I'm worried about calling out a date and it being completely wrong now.
I would say ask Yang on Thursday during that dev stream, and she will definitely know.
No, wait, this is not a tiny Zilla skull. That would be really, really upsetting. There you go.
It's like a little chipmunk skull.
Yeah. Rip chipmunk.
Oh, thanks, Mickle. It's always good to get that type of feedback.
Yay! Thank you so much.
It's not a chipmunk, it's a rip monk.
A what?
R.I.P. monk. It was a bad joke. I'm sorry.
Get out.
Yes. Yes. I broke alley. Excellent. This is going to be a productive stream.
You know, I want to at least mark up one of these in Cubicle, and you're going to go, like, off with the puns, and...
Sorry. That's what I do.
I know, and...
I'm a corrupting influence.
That's not a corrupting influence. That's sadness. That's degrees of despair that I was not prepared. I can words real good today. Oh my gosh, I've been looking at really cute cactuses, and my words are not where they ought to be. Okay, so I'm thinking we're really only going to need the top of this dude's. Well, then again, that would be hard to switch out. Let's just model it in, and if we like it, we'll just subtract the goblin, and it'll work.
Yep.
Alright, neat. I would like to be able to see our reference up here while we're working. There should be plenty of room inside this matrix, I'm guessing. Alright, so let's try this version 1 over here. Oh wait, you know what we're about to do? We're about to work on this without duplicating him. Well, there's this one, but it's not the same. See, this is the old, like, streamlined aerodynamic ear tiny teeth version. This one obviously has, like, the very powerful upper teeth for biting things, for chewing through tough cacti.
There you go.
You know, when they're in need of hydration. It supports it. I believe it. I buy that.
Building story in our stream.
Yeah, it's canon. Alright, so let's go ahead. So this is gonna like come down over the top of his head. I want to extrude part of his forehead out to create the base for that. So let's go up to the top.
You're thinking like a depth of 2 on the sides and maybe 3 or 4 on the top?
We're gonna make a big old cube and whittle it in, but yeah, just about. Alright, where are we? Let's make sure we're dealing with where we want to be. Sometimes extrude can be a bit of a butt, so let's pray it's on our side. Alright, that is going to pull it up, and we're not ready to go up yet. We want the sideways dimensions first.
I do like the cactus helm idea that the stream just said.
Cactus helm? Like a little cactus?
Maybe, or yeah, or you could have like the dome of the thing on the top, right? And it's got like a little chunk out of it because it's obviously was like hacked off, but it's got the spikes on it still.
That's really
It would give
cool.
him a headbutt attack.
That would be really cute, actually. And you could like put a little band. Okay, that'll be our fallback if this looks terrible. Awesome.
And you can, if it's a party goblin, you could even have like a blooming cactus helm, like a little flower still on it.
Oh my god. This is the best day of my life. Oh wait, hang on. How do I hotkeys? I just want to extrude. Yes! It's a little annoying, so bear with me. Wait, Zilla, get out of here. Wait, no, I guess we want to keep you around, maybe. We'll see. Yeah, we'll start there. Okay. Gonna borrow this guy. Just do that like that. I should have done that the first way anyway, since that's a little bit better than extrude for this first part. We'll extrude when we need to go up. We're gonna bump that out just 1. This is gonna look really horrible for a bit, so everybody bear with us. Just gonna like mess with his head a lot. Yeah, there we go. Exactly. Alright, let's start from the top. We're still there. Wonderful. Select this bit and pull it on up. Whoop.
Whoop. Where's
the top of your head bone? There it is. Let's try to keep it sort of close to where that goes.
You probably you might need to take it a little bit higher than that, just for the ridge on where the eyes are.
We can always like sculpt up the top of his head.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Neat. That gives us plenty to work with. I'm gonna go ahead and change the color too. That way we are not just working with a weird growth on his goblin head. Go with this kind of like weird old bone color. The final version I think will be like creamier, sandier shades, but this is just a.
You don't want to go with like a bleached white?
Did it? Oh, gold hat. How about this? I think this is from the building editor. Yeah, that's a good bone color for like the middle tones.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so I'm thinking the back of his head is going to be sticking out a bit far, but he might need it to help balance him out. So let's grab Zilla. Where'd you go, buddy? Hi, friend. He's like a mad lava hippo. This was his old his first pass sculpt. He was super hulking, but he would not have worked on the Varanus rig. There we go. Just for another reference over here. Come on, can I have it? Cubicle, thank you. Sometimes cubicle is a little too sassy. I wish there was a way to like shorten the size of this whole everything in here. That's really annoying. Here, you know what? Let's move that up here. Let's get that out of the way because it's driving me nuts. Trying to make sure we don't cover up the chat window while we're working. And we can maximize our space just a bit more. Cool. I'm hitting Stonehearth hotkeys trying to use Cubicle. You can tell what I've been doing. Totally not playing video games. Alrighty, just gonna borrow this for a second. This is not an important silhouette detail right now, but that's just to keep me level later. Alright, so let's start from the side, because I feel like Zilla's side profile is pretty awesome. So, yeah, we need to bring up the dome of his head. And he's actually got a really short head. It's like a blunt snout. Else he's just got a really big head. Let's see. So let's cut this off. Cut this off. Grab here.
Maybe too much?
One more back.
Yeah.
One more back. Sure, let's do it. And go ahead and pull that up. Extrude! And like magic, up it goes. It's like a superpower. Alright, I don't want to like start chiseling into this too much. I feel like his nose is sticking out way far.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I think what you may want is the top to be short, but then have the jaws sticking forward.
Exactly. Yeah, because Zilla's kind of got a weird little piggy face, but let's get the eye bones in there. I'm gonna cut this off. I might leave that solid and like carve out like a little vertebrae hole back here.
Pull that back a bit.
Yeah, and that might be a cooler way to do that.
Yeah.
But
it'll make it feel more 3D.
Yeah. I mean, with Stonehearth stuff, it's always kind of a delicate balance between like representation and stylization. Like, you don't ever want to take it so far that it looks like you're trying to like sculpt every detail of the thing in voxels, because that seldom ends well. For us anyway, for our purposes, it just gets too noisy. That's not what his head looks like. It's very wide. Let's go ahead and raise up the nose.
You could add that small dome piece that's in the center of the skull.
We could, though this is like a lava lake. Doot doot. Boy, I just did that the super dumb way. Yes, hang on. Grab this. So maybe one more. Cool. All right. Yeah, that's exactly where we want it to be. Boop. Could have just copied and pasted it, but hey. I want to put his eyes in because I feel like I'm going to get a lot more orientation here once I can see his eyes.
That's fair.
Give me this. Hi. Boop. It's done.
Yay.
Perfect.
We are done.
Yep.
Stream over.
Stream over. Good job, everyone. Same time next week? Never. We would never leave it in such a state. Oh, that's very tall.
I think 4x4 might be size for the skull that you have. Do you think it should be a 3x3 for that one as opposed to 4x4?
Possibly. His head is super wide compared to how tall it is. Isn't that right, Zilla? Come on. Yeah, he's got a narrow head. Well, we can fix this. But then that part would like be sitting on top of his head with the teeth sticking out forward rather than like encompassing his head. Either that or it would get really tall to compensate for how wide it's gotten. And then the jaw would come down.
Looks a little bit like the Goblin Pope right now.
He's... oh, goodness. And it's the Goblin Pope. Alright, the problem, though, is that we have definitely cut off his head. Or maybe that's not a problem. We'll figure it out. But that feels a lot more accurate. We'll reconcile the rest of that as we proceed. Yeah, that's a little better. It's still very wide. His Holiness. I don't think so. It's...
No, stream still looks like it's going.
We're okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Rah, rah, rah. I want to get his nose plate on there. Because he's got like this spiky situation here. Nope. 2 on each side, maybe. You know what would be smart would just be to like steal his head.
Yeah, but have you separated the head over there? Could you even do that?
Yes. Let's find out. But then again, it's not gonna sit nice on the goblin. So you know what? I think we've got the right idea actually. It would be quicker that way, but it would not look ultimately as nice. I do like his snoot. It's 3 in the middle and 1 on the sides. So we've almost got this. At least we know that's proportional. To all of our Zilla fanatics, whom would surely be disappointed if we got that detail wrong.
If going by proportions, I think the eyes are actually probably too big. Because he's got a 2x2 there.
Yeah, he's got little wee eyes. It's probably also a little too far forward. Let's see if... Go ahead and make him some funny sockets. We can also indent those, like chisel them out.
Yeah, I think indenting will probably look better.
I don't know. I kind of like him with the lip. Oh, I gave him a tear. Oh, he's so sad.
If you like the lip, try maybe doing it on like the top and the back, but leaving the bottom and the front.
That's probably gonna get too busy, actually.
Okay.
At certain angles, that's gonna cast really weird shadows and obscure the model in ways that will make it read a little bit strangely.
Okay.
We can mock it up though. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work.
Yep.
What if we can have all of the things? Yeah, but that is also if we don't have the darkness right at the edge, that's also gonna obscure. I like that because it adds a little dimension to it, you know. Zilla doesn't really have a cheekbone, but maybe it would look kind of cool because he's gonna need something for his
for a jaw to connect.
For his jaw to hinge out of.
Meh.
No, maybe. You know what? I'm not sold on that. And I'm feeling the need to put something back here.
I agree with that.
Yeah, it feels better already.
He's also got a really small ridge.
Ridge?
Sorry. This 2x2 block on the top of the Zilla skull.
Oh, actually, that's a bubble. He's molten.
Oh, okay.
They're very dangerous. Very, very, very dangerous. Should probably like get his like skull nose, because I feel like we're missing that. Doesn't feel very skull-like yet. I always thought animal skulls are very mysterious because they don't always look like they should be what they are.
Yeah, it's the nasal cavity.
Yeah.
Does weird things.
Well, it already feels a bit more skeletal. I'm thinking that this is going to have too much contrast, so I'll probably lower that back a bit. Also, this is feeling a little strange. Might get rid of that little block in the middle.
Yeah, maybe just say that block in the middle is cartilage.
Yeah, as much as I do love Zilla's little piggy nose. There we go. Ooh, so mysterious. That's feeling noisy. Oh, not black teeth. This Zilla obviously died from some kind of poor dental hygiene related problem. I'm gonna give you your teefies. Come on, Cubicle. Don't be like that. We have not actually ever modeled his top teeth. But now we are. We're learning more and more about our desert friend. Oh, it makes him look angry!
Yeah.
Ah! So this is starting to look like some kind of like saber-toothed, four-eyed monster.
I think once you get the side jaws on, you'll get rid of that association.
Also, this might be too far down. We can play with that a little more once is I want them to be thicker too. Like when I make models for Stonehearth, I do try to avoid having things that are like only one thick.
Yeah. Because
it just feels really fragile. And it's not as cute. And even though he's wearing the bony remains of a lava monster, it should still be cute.
It's important.
It's like one of our... Oh, I did it again. It's one of our guiding things. Oh my gosh. You know what? Fine. Be that way. Doing this easy. Boop.
Did you get both of them? Or did you?
Yeah.
Oh, you extruded. Got it.
Yeah, so when you select anything, it goes all the way through. So
Got
you have to like turn the model and figure out where you are and... Yeah, very thorough.
Okay, this is directionally starting to feel right.
Yeah, it always takes it a little bit, and it's like, you know, when we do these things live, you know, you have to kind of use your imagination to bridge the gaps for a bit and have a little patience. We will do our best. All right, feeling...
Yeah, I was about to suggest that.
Yeah, we're just gonna start hollowing out his oops. Huh. Fascinating. Well, what if...
Yeah. Yeah.
We can do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure. I mean, I won't tell if you don't tell.
No, I think there's actually some potential here. So like
yeah.
the chunk that you've extruded out the back.
This is like a little basey skull guy.
Yeah, like you could if you want to like shift that up, right? So it does feel like the skull is tilted forward a little.
Oh, so this goes up?
So like the very back row that you have, or very back column that you have, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
If you...
Ooh, I like that better.
Yeah. Like if you cut out the bottom, so the last two columns, if you cut out the bottom 3 cubes, like that little rectangle. No, maybe not.
I get what you mean. You mean cut them off.
Yeah, cut them off. Like, and now it makes it look a bit wrong, but like I liked what you did of revealing the goblin head there. So I'm trying to figure out like, oh, can we like do that a little bit smartly so that it feels like the skull doesn't like it's not like a chili bowl on his head. He's actually like dealing with the fact that you've got the crown of the skull in the back and like doing some weird things as a result of the way the skull connects to the spine.
Yeah, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah,
because I kind of saw this as being that, and obviously it would be, well, cartoon anatomy and all.
Yeah.
So maybe.
I think there's something, but I like the chunk that you took out of the side.
Yeah, this has a nice balance to it, but it may not be where we want to be. Oh, hi, hello. I do wish this stuck off of his head though. It bothers me that it's flush. We might mess with that. Wait, I can't see what I'm doing.
I mean, basically, what you're implying to me visually by making it flush is that there's like a sub-pixel resolution there, right?
Sure, I know. I feel like there just needs to be something.
Can you Google like a crocodile skull?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Those are awesome, by the way.
Maybe pull it over to the screen.
Wait, crocodile, alligator skull. Sorry, I'm biased. Alright, we want
That picture in the middle right there on the brown is a good... This one here is a good view of the back.
Yeah, so it like has like this situation up here. I want to see just the back of it though. So we can be sure. Top view, tattoo.
Search for Augur Skull back.
Yeah. Oh hey, dun 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 dun. Makes a little hat. Little dude right there like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, he's like this. Wait, what am I doing? Back to here. So yeah, that's actually amazingly kind of accurate. Good eye. Want that to come down just a little. And his back, it's got like that little notch here. And this is where we can be kind of comical and cartoony, because I mean we're dealing with kind of in all reality, a bit of a gory theme. Spooky.
Yeah. I see where you're going.
Yeah. It's not there yet, though. It's still too complicated. Oh, actually, that feels really good.
Yeah, it feels good for the side. You just haven't done the cut on the other side. So
well, yeah, so what we do for that, this is super cool. We just go like this. Like, we're going to do like this. We're going to like make sure we're not taking anything too important away. Gonna just get rid of that. Grab this over here. Give it a flip. Which button? Did I guess right on the first try?
I think you did.
Oh, it's a miracle. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting there.
Yeah. Don't mess with this guy.
I think the flesh on the head is still a little bit of a problem.
I think it's awkward. I know Zilla's skull is not that wide, but I think we're gonna have to cheat it because that does not feel good.
So the two options could be either making the Zilla skull wider,
hang on,
or cutting a little bit out of the Goblin skull so the Goblin skull looks smaller.
No, too spooky. Okay, let's try that because we're forgetting that when you see this guy, it's like this. Ah. So that's actually not that bad.
I think it's only from the back.
Oh yeah, in the back we can definitely fix that. Now I want to do like his little visor shading. So tough. I like it. Okay, yeah, let's bump that out. Yeah, that's not so bad.
Yeah.
Gets rid of a little bit of the busyness back there. Alrighty.
Teeth color. Should they be... The stream's talking about them.
Ivory.
Should they be something else?
Probably. I mean, we haven't really done any fine-tuning with the colors just yet. Sure. We're just mocking up a model right now.
Okay, cool. Let's wait on colors.
But, because we've called it out, we can try a few things on. There's just like your old dead tooth brown. Or we could make them like whiter.
I said let's wait until we do the full mock-up.
Let's wait until we do the full mock-up. Okay, that might be a little bit. I am missing something over here though. Like I feel like it does need something on the side here. It's way too dead.
Well, once you add the jaw hinge, I think that will address it.
Yeah. Though that jaw hinge is probably going to come in the way of his ear. See, this is like, it worked okay in the drawing.
Well, what if we do exactly what the drawing did, where it comes down in front of the ear? Is that gonna look too much?
It's gonna look super strange, but we're doing it.
Because I think all we do then is we, like... So if the original Zilla, the bottom jaw is exaggerated, so we pull... So you could just give him a huge underbite, and it might still look right?
Maybe. Yeah, he's gonna need a cheekbone. So it may not be flush to his head anyway, because that might be... Excuse me, my goodness. That might not look very good. Dun, dun, dun. So, danger. Oops. Well, his teeth are gonna are not going to have that. So his teeth are going to be more like there.
Maybe. Can you go to the Zilla again?
Yes. Yeah, that jaw is a lot meatier.
You need to pull that jaw forward. Like, he needs to have big underbite.
Yeah. Wait, no, not yet. Not yet on the teeth. It's good that we know.
The stream does point out that we could fiddle around with the ears, because they may be being pushed down by the skull.
But the ears are... They need to stay where they are because of the rig.
Okay.
Like, those aren't... Sadly, those are not things that are, like, stuck onto the head, and we can just do whatever we want with them.
Okay.
We might be able to move that line back, but let's see how bad it is. It may not be that bad. But, yeah, we need to get, like, the impressiveness of that jaw in.
And also, notably, there's, like, that angle, so it's not, like, square, right? It's, like, kitty-cornered.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's like on that that front
the front bit, yeah.
Coupling for that tooth, or whatever you want to call it. I'm not even sure. Alrighty. So that would be kind of mocking that up there. This should be where his tooth is. Big old 3 wide or 2 wide. Yeah, that feels a lot more Zilla-ish, but it's sticking out, like, really far from the goblin's face.
I think you could maybe pull it in one... You could pull it in one column?
Yeah. We're gonna have to. There's that...
I mean, I don't think it's bad if it's sticking really far in front, because it looks derpy, and these are goblins, right?
It looks really dumb. Ah!
I think the other thing that stands out is the too wide connection on the jaw coming down. So the jawbone from vertical is too wide. That's the only when you zoom out, that's the other thing that stands out.
Because it's too thin?
Yeah, it feels a little thin.
Yeah. I don't know. The more we work on this, the more I feel like it needs to go backwards, because this doesn't look like the right animal.
Try pulling the
let's pull this down and pull that back. Why not? Interesting. We will figure this out. Give me a minute. Dun 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 dun. This is gonna be hard to grab because it's all the same color. It is. Of course it is. Nope, we're good. We're fine. Okay, note to self, we model the new pieces in a different color, so let's fix that right away. We'll just pick a light gray. It's gonna look ugly, but bear with us. Doodle-a-doot. So if we put it behind his ear bone, we can lower that down a bit further. And that has to come back out forward again.
Yeah, you could do that. When I said pull it back, what I was actually talking about is from where it was currently joined.
Goodbye.
Cutting. Cutting out one column so that the where you have the tooth is one row closer to the face.
I know. I was just messing with the proximity on the jaw.
Yeah, that's right.
It's really gonna obscure his face a lot.
I mean, it is a skull hat, so.
Yeah, but I mean, we don't normally cover up their heads. Do any of our monsters? I don't think any of our monsters have a hat like that. Oh yeah, we need to bring the bottom down even further because his jaw is a lot deeper than that. Oh my gosh, you are a sight, my friend.
I mean, if the jaw doesn't work, I mean, I think the helmet.
The helmet alone with like just a few things added to it, I think would be fine. But the jaw is worth trying since we're here. I mean, what is our excuse? Yes. Looks like a beard. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Thank you, Cubicle. It was illuminating. Thank you. Alright, and now let's go ahead and take that. Wait, no. Come on. I believe in you. We can do this together. Get rid of that. Oh, well, that might be a little too much.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
Let's one in. As far as Zillas go, this one had a baby jaw. This can go back. Because, yeah, that shouldn't be the same as his front tooth. Because that has 2, actually. Oh, there we go. That works a little bit.
I'm gonna suggest something, not because it would be true from an anatomy perspective, but because
that's okay. We're
more,
cartoonists.
It's more helm-like. Separate the jaw in the center between the 2 teeth, so that the mouth will be exposed. So it is kind of like more of the Spartan.
More of the Spartan thing. Ah, I'm doing this the dumb way.
Hopefully you're not cutting things out of the...
No, of course not. And besides, we copied the Goblin. He'll be fine. Probably. That looks super heavy.
Yeah. I think yeah. I mean, I if we can get to work, I think it'll be cool. But yeah, it
could be, but without something to brace it, the front of that jaw just looks like enormous.
Yeah, no, I agree.
There we go. It's a little cuter. Oh, right. Yeah, I was altering.
I see something now, and I can't unsee it.
Well, share with the class.
If you look at it from kind of the side or at an angle, it looks not like a skull with a jawbone. It looks like a skull with then 2 little arms in front of it doing thumbs up.
You're right. It does. That's not where we want to be at the end of the day, but it is a goblin after all, so who knows?
I don't think proportion-wise we're going to get this to play, at least with this direction.
No, not at all. In fact, I mean, maybe but then that would get in the way of his arms if you wore it around his neck. Stupid ears.
Yeah, and if we put the jawbone behind the ears,
and it's like with the Hearthlings, it's okay to match their ears inside of a helmet, but the goblin's ears are so important. We really can't. We can't mess with his ears.
Okay. Well, unless you have some crazy ideas, I think focusing more on the skull hat might be the way to go.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a part of me that wonders if we could still get it to play behind the ear.
Okay, well, let's try. No harm, right?
Yeah, I mean, we've made it this far. I want to make that a little toofy. There we go. I do like Zilla. I'm very excited about him. He would be our second Stonehearth flavored monster. This is
try it. Just go for it. We're all in.
We're in it. We're so with it. In it to win it.
Maybe.
You know, I think.
I have some thoughts.
I think the top is very successful.
The top is very successful.
The bottom is actually not bad. It's just
It doesn't help that we're giving him, as the thread has said, kind of a Civil War, like lamb chop look.
It does. He does have like the mutton chops.
Yeah.
I mean, they should be, bone white. And, make his teeth like, to help set our fantasy up a little bit. Let's go ahead and spoil him a little. I mean, he doesn't have any shading on him or anything yet, so this is probably preemptive. I know that this is more correct for his skull, but I'm going to get rid of it because it's really wide on the goblin. Go ahead and narrow that tooth in. Helmets in Stonehearth are actually really hard to model. It took me quite a while to do all the footman hats and knight hats. Just because there's so little real estate for all the details. I mean, even though the head is like where the most of everything is, you still have to be precious about where you do want to put things. And because now it's all the same color, it's going to do that. Of course it is. This is fine. It's perfectly fine. I just want to do something. Okay, one more. I want to move that one down. What'd you leave behind?
Left the...
Oh, the teeth. Ah! I've got a giant head!
I think, due to just how oversized the goblin's head is on the body, from a proportion perspective, as soon as we put
his arms are gonna clip through his jaw all the time,
and he just becomes a walking helmet. So
he would have wanted it that way, but I'm starting to think that the jaw expedition is doomed. But I do love the way the top of the head is coming out. So let's focus on that. Let's save what we got. Oop, you got a little something on your face. Yeah, so this is not a complete wash.
Can you zoom out and do a spin?
Like, this is actually a really cool start. I like this a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like you could like put little bumpies on the head, do little details, little shading. I do want to see something on his cheeks here. I don't know. It's super awkward to just do like a little ledge, because then it just sticks out and it doesn't feel good. It feels busy.
What if you could?
I'm gonna try this one more time. Since we've got the back of the head sculpted in now. I would assume that this is not a bony ridge. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of cool. It gives it some dimension, but it's also really busy in here now.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it myself.
You know what? That's okay.
You could try this though. So, one thing that we could do is we could hint at the jaw connection without actually having the jaw.
Okay.
So you could, like, you were exploring what if the jaw like originally connected behind the ears. Well, you could do like a dip down on the skull for the place where the jaw socket would be, but then the jaw is no longer connected there.
We could. So like a big old massive. Oh, but then we lose that cute thing on the side. Hang on. That kind of just looks like his jaw's broken off. It needs to actually connect under his eye for that to feel good. Darn you, voxels! Yeah, that's so weird.
Do you mind if I borrow your mouse for a moment?
You may.
So something the chat is talking about that I think might be interesting is this kind of curve down here. There might be an opportunity to actually curve it down behind the ear.
We could. So that's going to change the
back silhouette.
The back silhouette, which is pretty cute. I am reluctant to do that.
Okay.
But we have it on the other side of the head in case this goes horribly wrong. Alrighty. Yeah, that would stick out backwards quite a ways. It's like, how do we resolve it going forward gets to be the problem. I mean, we could just like stop it abruptly and be like, it's his cheek. What does that mean? It's his cheek. Brr. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's reading.
Okay.
Because it's a more realistic detail. It looks like he's grinning, actually. That's not bad. Big old smiley skull. But now it looks awkward in the back. There's the back of the skull. So that piece is actually quite wide. It would actually... If we're going with an alligator skull as our reference, anyway. Alligator.
The bottom of the chunk feels a little weird to me in terms of weight when you look at it from the side.
Oh yeah, no, that needs to be filled in. What is happening? That's what's happening. You oddball.
Can you rotate it?
I actually kind of like that grid now. Ah. The back needs more resolution than that. But that's not bad. Do we like it better from this side with that added cheekbone bit? Or do we like it better with the cleaner cutoff? What do you guys think? Well, let's see what's up here. With you see a custom head entirely with just the skull and the goblin head hidden like the cloaked goblins. It could be kind of cool, but it might also not look like a goblin anymore is the thing. Like at all. And the thing about this that appeals, I think appeals to their sensibilities is that it's just kind of funny looking anyway.
The chat currently likes the cheekbone.
Okay.
Direction.
We shall pursue it. Let's go ahead and support it a little better. Oops, we don't want it like that. So what can we do to this back here to make it feel a little bit more resolved? Because right now, I mean, maybe it just needs a little more color. But we haven't really approached that at all. It's like I really like a lot of the things it has going for it already.
Do you think we should do a 4x4 from the back? Like, should it be like a 4, 4, 4, 2 from the back view, so it like narrows down?
4, 4, 4, 2? How do you mean?
Sorry, a row like sorry, may I?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, like 4, 4, 4, 2. So like take this out and that one out.
Maybe. I mean, it rounds it out. I don't know if it's necessary, though.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe. It's not really hurting anything at the moment. This might actually be an opportunity to do a cutaway. I like it better when it was blockier. Graceful curves of the Zilla skull. Yeah. This actually doesn't feel too bad. Give him some beautiful eyeliner. To apply like where around the sockets. This is gonna be way too dark. Maybe not entirely necessary to that degree. That part usually takes some time just to figure out where everything should go. But I think in the shorthand anyway, this is off to a really good start. It's a lot. It actually, like, I was expecting it would be kind of a cute idea, but it actually turned out cuter than I thought. Like, it actually looks like the goblin's front teeth are whatever this beastie's lower teeth would be. Oh yeah, we need to flip it around so that he's got it on both sides. Also, I wonder if we did.
Yeah, because like the only thing, because it's that right now it's so cubey, it feels really blocky back there.
I mean, it's back here feels very unresolved. I don't think that's finished, and the colors are definitely gonna take time to sort out. Probably more time than the time we've got left. Let's go ahead and grab this. Make sure we're not grabbing anything too important. Yeah.
I don't think so. I think you're good.
Mainly because his eyes are asymmetrical, I just want to make sure we're not dooming anything that has like a particular feel. Yeah, the cheekbones are a lot cuter. Super cute. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. Bones are complicated.
Would you try something?
Maybe.
Maybe. So, difficult for me to describe this, sorry. May I?
Okay, yeah.
Can you hold down the Alt key so I can rotate? Is it Alt? Yeah, cool. So you've got this indentation in that's here.
Mm-hmm.
Could we take the outside row here?
Yeah, let's give it a shot. Oops, not there.
So maybe taking both off is wrong, but I do maybe put like the side face back on.
It's starting to look like he's got teeth. I mean, it's not bad. The side face, so here?
No, sorry, from the side. The side view.
Here.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Thoughts?
It's not bad. It's kind of cool. Wait.
Yeah, you didn't,
yeah.
The side.
Sorry, I got turned around.
Yeah. Yeah, that breaks it up. It's no longer looks like a cube mask.
Yeah, that feels good. That feels good. Alrighty. Just playing with some stuff here, messing with the look. What happened here? Did I just like...
Did you chew into the back of the goblin skull?
Maybe a little. You know, I think this always sat up off his head a little bit.
Okay.
That's fine. He's fine. He doesn't mind it.
Small skull indentation never hurt anyone, right?
I mean, it's a goblin. He probably doesn't even know. Yeah, I like that silhouette better. Not add. There we go.
I think the thread is asking for this column of 3 on the corner.
This here?
Yeah, to be indented 1. So just take off that. Yeah.
Maybe.
I think that's what the chat was asking for.
I mean, it doesn't look bad. It looks like bone weird. So I feel like that's too busy.
Yeah, because I think I'm doing like some rounding, like there, and also like we haven't even touched rounding the top of the skull, right? But I think similar stuff there will make it feel bony.
No, but again, we don't really
need a lot of detail. We
don't need a lot of detail, and we don't really want to shoot for too rounded. Like, we don't want this to like hit like Archer's hood roundiness. We're not trying to make a circle. We're just trying to stylize a cube.
I like it.
Yeah, it's actually working really well. You know, I think that was a good suggestion for the back there. That feels a lot more resolved. Very cool. Just thinking.
Yeah, I think you'll need more shadowing, but.
Oh yeah, no, that's not done. Gonna need like a little there. This is super messy. Sweet. Fear me, I am mighty. Or just lucky.
Snowman Melt is talking about the top back taking off the 2 corner voxels, so I think just like you did.
Like that?
Maybe. I thought he was talking about the one in between the 2, like those. That
here,
one. Yeah.
These guys?
that's how I read what he was suggesting, but I don't know. It's starting to get pretty noisy back there.
Yeah,
now.
it's really noisy now.
Try doing the last two removed, but putting back the two that you had before that.
I don't think I like it as much.
No, I'd agree.
It's starting to look like weird voxel pixely.
Yeah, fair enough.
A cool suggestion, but maybe not this time. We don't want it to look brittle. Yeah.
Can you go to the back one more time? Can you back face just to get close to it? Can you just zoom into the back of his head? Do you want the ridge that I don't think we do, but I'm going to ask it anyway? The ridge that is sticking out the back of the top part of the skull, connected to the little bit that's coming out there, or do you want to keep those separate to try and show it's the jawbone coming back?
We could. I mean, that is not entirely incorrect how that would work. But I don't know if it looks as cool. Something about it's not.
Not doing it.
Yeah.
I could take it or leave it. Your call.
Oops. Oops. I did punch a hole in him that time.
I like the adjustment you just did to the top of the back, but maybe the separation that I proposed removing is better being there. So like if you...
Yeah, it added. I think it added like the right kind of complexity.
But yeah, maybe keep the stuff on the top that you just did though.
Yeah, we can do that. So this...
Yeah, that
makes it look a little stronger, I feel like.
Yeah, because it gets more of like a crown feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it.
Neat. Yeah. I like it better separate. I think it adds like a cool quality to it. I'm gonna brush up his teeth really quick. Make him stand out. It's probably gonna be too loud, but for what we're doing right now, it should be okay.
Question. How should the color of the teeth on the skull look color-wise to the teeth of the goblin?
Well, I think the teeth of the goblins are just white.
Didn't you do like a yellowish kind of?
A little.
But yeah, should they be the same color?
There we go. Yes.
Okay.
So gross.
Great. I think this looks super good.
I think this works. I like it. I think he's fierce.
Rawr.
We should totally do a cactus hat. Just I like the. That's so funny. I don't think it would be very serious at all. But yeah, this definitely is gonna need some like shading and highlight passes just to like tune it up and make it look super awesome. But I think the model is working really well.
Yeah, I think so.
Pretty cool. All right, so we got the starts of super awesome bone armor. I'm probably gonna keep tweaking on this and fixing up the colors. But we are at 7:19.
Yeah.
So it's about that time, folks. The skull teeth should look kind of rotten. See, that's what I think. I think they should look all like brown and nasty. But there will be time to iterate on that, and I'll try to bring the final pass onto the Wednesday morning stream, because I do believe that Stephanie is going to be back for the foreseeable next couple of.
Stephanie will be back next week, I believe.
Okay.
And then the week after, I'll be doing a stream. And I have no idea what I'm streaming yet. So
let me know if you need help.
I will figure that out between now and then.
Oh, and yeah, 8-Bit Crab, that's exactly what I'm thinking. We're just going to like take the leather one and we're going to turn it into a cactus. It's going to be great. I'm excited already. So, that's it for tonight. We have a super cool addition to our Desert Goblin, and thanks everybody who came.
Yes, thank you.
And for those of us who can, please join me tomorrow morning for the regularly scheduled art stream, in which we might be working on some quest items for Linda. because we did finish our tapestries not yesterday, but last week, and they came out really nice. So thanks for all the input and the feedback, and for showing up and having a good time with us. It's always a pleasure, and I hope you guys, wherever you are, have a fantastic rest of your day or night, wherever you may be. So yeah, thanks a whole lot, everybody. Catch y'all next time.
Care. Have a good night.